I often say ordering is the sister of timing. Welcome to day 187 until I'm a YouTube millionaire. 187 is a number that's very special to my heart. I won't tell you why, but you might be able to determine at some point. So ordering is the sister of timing. The reason I have allowed myself to even entertain the notion of unorthodox romantic relationships is because of that thing, that ordering is the sister of timing. In the current world, this one, the enemy seeks to disorder things, to put them out of order, and to jack up our growth and development, while it is something that might be duly considered in a non-ephemeral existence, one where we no longer live and pass away in 100 years, but instead are fully eternal, for us to consider unorthodox romantic relationships. It is not something that we can necessarily do safely here. So if you are to breach that covenant, which is a sin, and that means it is, so you understand what the term sin means. It means to miss the mark. It means you're not getting it right, okay? To disorder it. If you were to breach that, so long as you can handle what you're doing, you keep it to yourself. So we are in Pride Month right now. Quote unquote pride. And pride cometh before the fall. It's one of the seven deadly sins. Nonsensical that we've made an entire month based upon sin. It's almost like our leaders forgot. That's why it's so important to repeat over and over, like a mantra. Because we think we know better than our ancestors. We do not. We were so foolish as to make an entire month dedicated to a sin, a deadly sin. But at the same time, I still love and have compassion for those who are, quote unquote victim to a sexual preference that is a little strange, right? So interested in men if they're a man type of thing, which, by the way, to that point, it's very strange, but from what I've seen and heard, it's not actually a sin based upon what's written in the Bible for two women to be with one another. I'm just going to say that I think that's pretty sexy. All right, anyway. sorry. I couldn't help it. But, yeah, so the enemy seeks to disorder things. Pride cometh before the fall. We are doing these things in an ephemeral world, a world that is meant to be a safe place to raise children, which we all are. We're all children. However old or wise you think you are, it pales in comparison to the wisdom of God, which is infinite. No matter how much knowledge you have, a finite number is always infinitesimal when compared to infinity. Okay? It's just the way it is. We live in that ephemeral world. We are not here infinite. With an infinite knowledge and understanding and omniscience, a lot of people believe that there is no judgment because you'll understand the intent of somebody and where they're coming from. It's not true. What there is final judgment, full judgment, complete judgment. So that those who genuinely have an intent to harm are separated from those who genuinely have an intent to make the world a better place. And you can fully, perfectly trust the differentiation there. So you have those trying to use the sin of pride to disorder things intentionally, to destroy things. And you will know who those people are. And those who are trying to do it so that people can actually experience the love that they yearn to have. Okay? Me with my concepts of polyamorous relationships foisted upon me. Not something that is in my genetic predisposition, not something that I want, but something that's foisted upon me. I'm willing to be flexible and at least entertain the notion, because I know that in non-ephemeral reality, in eternity, in heaven, there is no marriage, because there's no need for it. You already have perfect trust up there in heaven. We are all married to God and to one another. In perfect trust, there is no need for contracts. And marriage is a covenant. You're using God's perfect trust to protect your union with another human being. You don't need that in heaven. And in heaven, where there is perfect expression of love in every form that you might want, if you want to be with a certain person based upon who they are in an agape form, like true, full, deep, complete love, not just physical attraction and all that, but it's like everything, then that's acceptable and appreciated in a non-ephemeral reality. Here, if you're going to do it, you generally keep it to yourself. What I'm doing here, talking about this, is explaining it in... It's very strange. It's both disordered and ordered, because I'm in the ephemeral reality explaining the non-ephemeral reality and trying to bridge the gap. Because I just said that if this is something that is even considered by me, I have to keep it to myself, because it's potentially dangerous to the safe upbringing of children, which is the primary thing that matters here. It's the entire purpose of civilization, to create a safe, healthy environment for the rearing of children, raising a family, making the world a better place for them, not for you. You're the warrior and the maiden that is protecting the children for the women out there. The man protects the woman protects the children. And that's the proper ordering of it. The man talks to God, and God gives the answers. So in a non-ephemeral reality, sure, that's totally cool. In an ephemeral reality, I have to bridge this gap because the enemy keeps on putting his tendrils into my life and will not let me have what I want. He says, you can have everything under the sun except what you want, which is love, romance, children, a family. You can have everything you want except that thing or everything under the sun except that thing you want. That's the devil for you. And every single time I compromise in some way, it's not really a compromise because basically I'm just explaining it. I'm not actually carrying it out in any way. He moves the carrot back a little bit farther and says, okay, now you got to do this. Okay, now you got to do this. Moving the goalpost. It's demonic. Going so far and continuing it so that he can trip me up and get disorder. No. I'm explaining myself. It's what I'm doing on this video. It's what I do on this channel. It's not something that I want, but I do want children and a family. And this particular person, this person of the female species, I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for her to talk to me and be a part of my life. Maybe it goes somewhere, maybe it doesn't, but you got to talk to me for us to even see. Okay? I'm just trying to give you every possible option so that there is no excuse. It's none. I won't let the enemy win. I can find a way. And if there's even a 1% chance, then you best believe I'm going to go for it. You either go for that 1% chance, or you go to certain destruction. I'm going to take the 1% chance. I'm going to punch my hand against that splantium wall until I break through it. I'm going to keep on doing it. It's a very simple proposition here. All you got to do is start talking to me. And, developing a relationship. I have friends who are actually modeling for you how to do that. You may have seen them on some of my lives. It's not complicated. I'm an open book, and I hide virtually nothing. Anything you want to know about me, I will let you know, as long as I actually know it myself, or remember, whatever you want to call it. I'll let you know. Some things in private, between you and me. Some things can be public. But it's being modeled for you. And I don't want to disorder this. I don't want to disorder society. Don't want to disorder my personal life. Don't want to disorder yours. You've dealt with enough trauma. And to be foisted into an unorthodox situation on top of your traumas that you've had to deal with in your life is kind of messed up. And I don't want it. I don't want it. But I do want you. So, yeah. The enemy wants disorder. I want order. I will find a way to make order out of the chaos. That is a warrior's mentality. Alright, that's all I got for today. Love y'all. Peace.